Ooh. Fluff the hair, fluff the hair, fluff the hair. Gotta fluff the hair. Can't have the hair not fluffed. Oh, I just thought I'd come in and say hi. Um, might have to go into the laundry room, but for now, we're not in the laundry room. So I just wanted to connect with everybody tonight and see how they're doing with this, you know, this moon energy. I mean, it is kind of intense, It's crazy. I'm gonna put on some lipstick. Did wash my face, so this will be the only makeup I have on is the lipstick. Otherwise, yes, I am in my jammies. Yes, it is 6:30. Yes, it has been an exhausting day. And when I looked at my chart and Astro, let's bring up my chart. It's you don't realize, you don't you don't realize when you understand the craziness. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. And I'm going to be rambling. This is a ramble session. So we're rambling, just an FYI. So we're going to ramble. And we might end up in the laundry room. We'll see how things go. Yeah. So with the transits that are happening right now, and my moon is at 1 degree, right? And right now it says it's moved to 12 degrees, but sun is at 4 degrees. Yeah, moon is gone, but the sun is at 4 degrees. My moon is at 1 degrees, and I think Pluto's at 3. Yeah, Pluto's at 3. So my moon, like they just passed over everything over my moon. So the sun Jupiter conjunction basically on top of my moon. This new moon was basically, very conjunct. It was only in about a 2 to 3 degree orb, which yeah. And now it's hitting my north node. The moon's going to be hitting my north node. Oh, exhausted and over my AC. So, what does that all mean? People are like, yeah, what does that all mean? Well, especially when it's in your 12th and first house and it's Cancer. So, there's a lot of emotion that comes up with that. First house is identity. So, today I had, you know, feeling sorry for myself basically because of my business and where am I going to go? What am I going to do? What's going to happen? What's life going to do for me? Kind of thing. So really feeling that overwhelmness of identification in my identity, and my north node is the striving of the Cancer energy. So striving to move above, right? Not to dwell in the world's affairs kind of thing. So, but it's, the emotions were coming up, and it's been a difficult day. That's what I got to say. It's been a very difficult day. Um, I wanted to go out, and then I'm like, oh, I didn't have the vehicle. My son had to use the vehicle for work. And so went for a very long walk today. um did some meditation, journaling, really moving myself out. You're in your jammies too. Girlfriend, we're in our jammies, we're having a jammy party. All I need is a glass of wine, but hence I'm broke, can't get any wine. um so I'm gonna have to suffice with water or something. Already drank some tea, but it's just been one of those kind of headache kind of days. And keeping composure, like there is moments I'm watching and I'm just like wallowing up and just wanting to just cry. And I'm like, what am I crying about? What's going on? Right? Just tons of emotions coming up. And of course, with Mars in Virgo, right? That doesn't help any, and that's my fourth house, which is Cancer. Fucking emotional damage. So this is all emotion. Like my whole thing today is all having to do with emotions and feelings. and everything coming up. And of course, then it hits my Uranus and my Pluto, and I'm just like, oh my God. So that's my day in a nutshell. That's what's happening with me. And it's where you just have to strive and take one step in front of the other, right? Don't try and overdo things. Don't try and overcome things, right? And that's so, so important, right? I'll get out of here for you. Here's the channel. So everybody, come with me to magic. Do you have lotion?
Right now, I'm just trying to get some clothes. Nice.
There we go. So here we go. Into the laundry room. Here we go. The laundry room. This is my new room. It's the laundry room. Well, there's no distractions here unless they come from people upstairs come downstairs to use the laundry, which might happen. Who knows? But it's, yeah, just crazy. Just crazy. So I feel like this evening, just trying to chill. That's what I'm going to be trying to do, is just take a chill pill, relax. If someone wants to buy me a coffee, that would be awesome. Putting that out there. And yeah, just wait. This weekend, I'm going to be staying at my daughter's place for the weekend, watching her puppy. And so that's gonna be nice. I mean, a nice little getaway, different surroundings. That's how I'm looking at it. I look at these things, even when I went up to Manville, it's a mini vacation. You're getting away from your usual routine. You're getting away from what you usually do and stepping into sort of a new flow to energy and allowing yourself to flow with a new energy. So, yeah. So I'm stepping with the new flow, stepping with the new energies, allowing myself to let go. But man, I gotta say, it's just it's tedious. I don't know about you. Now I know everybody's chart's different, so that's why it's kind of like, take a look at your chart, because this is seeing like why you are reacting to certain things. And the other part too is like being, as you get older, you become more sensitive to stuff. Sensitive yet not sensitive, right? Your bullshit meter is like we ain't even gonna have a meter because we're not dealing with any bullshit. But sensitivity to energies, sensitivity to surroundings and how you're feeling, that increases, right? And a lot of times, yes, you had it when you're younger, and maybe you didn't understand and stuff like that. But I find as you get older, it's things that maybe that has to do with the tolerating things as well, because you're not tolerating shit as much as you did. So you're more sensitive, or things, um, you're feeling that vibration more. Do you think it's a collective energy thing? Like oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. I mean, if you look at, we just came off a square. Um, Jupiter, Sun square Neptune and Venus, or Neptune and Saturn, which have to say, my son is squaring that right now. It's going to be doing that for a whole year. And then you have you had the big yods. You had two yods, one with Mars, one with um, Pluto. So those are, fingers of God, and they both rule Scorpio. So a lot of things are dredging up. So Scorpio, what is the deceit, the boundaries, what is the taboo? Hence, yeah, I heard about Diddy. No, I don't think Diddy got off. I think no, the defense laid out their case. It's now they have to prove, the other side has to come out and prove. So Diddy didn't get off. The other, I think it's the defense has to come in and plead their case now. So that's with the Diddy case. But even with the Diddy case, like, it's just like you get to a point like, eh, like, just castrate them and string them up, basically let them. But all of that, and plus we, as I spoke about earlier, we are all in the World War III energy. Like we are all in this energy. And it's how we are combating it, how we are dealing with it, right? Um, and sometimes this energy that's coming in for us is overwhelming. And we're looking at just pulling up some of my notes from earlier on today. It is bringing in a lot of messiness. It's bringing in things uncontrollably, right? And castrate 'em. I mean, the thing on the Diddy thing, I think Diddy's just a Diddy. That's it. He ain't nothing. He ain't nothing in the whole realm of things. It's like going to Epstein's, where the whole thing with Epstein, you're not going to get the whole truth with Epstein because it goes deeper than what people realize. There's names on the list that we don't even know, of names of people that are so powerful and so influential that it'll never get released. And it goes even further to the ranch that he had in New Mexico, Epstein's ranch in New Mexico. Diddy was just a creepy guy who did fucked up shit. And that's what he was, right? And I mean, what about Hugh Hefner? Nobody talks about Hugh Hefner. Hugh Hefner, like, he had the Playboy Mansion. you know, the shit that went down at the Playboy Mansion, but nobody ever talks about that. That was, oh Lord, he's just being a man's man. Look at him. Oh, you know, actors, athletes all went there, and it wasn't just to go there to, oh, look at a bunch of boobs. That wasn't it. There was more to it that was going on there, right? I mean, that pool had to be cleaned at least 3 times a day. Just saying. So, I mean, the craziness of what is coming out. And that's the changes that are coming in. We're also in the 1776, coming into that moon energy, with Jupiter, Sun, conjunction, everything with the moon and stuff. So that is in the mix of everything, which is happening. Oh, it's gone on. I mean, hey, go back to, who was it? Ah, it could have been Greece. It could have been Greece, or was it Rome? Rome. I think it could have been Rome, where an emperor had a young boy. I think he was like 12 or something, castrated, so he could have that young boy as his playmate, per se. So, I mean, this has gone on. I mean, the Romans used to, before they'd get married, was common for them to have sex with young boys. That was just a thing, right? And it wasn't thought of as wrong. And yeah. Even going up to, what's the show? The Georgian times. Like the Georgians, go into the like the in like, you have the Georgian history, the Victorian, the Edwardian, but the Georgian, what? Promiscuous? Man, they were just like, holy shit, man. You think that, oh, well, they were all prudes back in Victorian day and in the Edwardian or the Georgian age. No, they weren't. They were, I mean, they're having sex in the alleys. They're having, doing all kinds of nasties all over the place. My Bible in a Year podcast just taught me yesterday about a mom roasting her son. Are you listening to the one with Father Mike? So yeah. So this is like this is the kind of craziness. I mean, it's been around for the longest time. But, sometimes we don't pay attention to it. We don't, know about it. But that's a very good podcast. That's a very good one. But this is where the changes, are coming in. and the Matrix, right? So the changes, this is a new world. We're building some, this is where the end of old, this is the end of like the way religion is, like all of these religions, we're going to be seeing the ending of them, meaning that they're not that they're going away, but they're not going to be the headliners, right? We're heading into a new spiritual world. We're building up a new spiritual world. And how we are going to be integrated with this new world, you know. Yeah, Father Mike is good. He's pretty, he's a cool guy. He lives on campus. So he's a campus priest. I think it's in Michigan that he's in, or Minnesota, one of the M states. So and it's in his home too. All of his stuff and the Ascension podcast started in his home. I know this shit. I don't know why I know this shit, but anyways, I do. But but this energy that's coming in is, it's exposing the masks. It's exposing, it's having us to elevate our values, right? And it asks you to walk the talk. And in doing that, in stepping into this energy, yeah, there's a lot of emotion, there's a lot of overwhelmness, there's where you just feel like a basket case trying to get through things. And the thing is that you don't want to make a World War III in your own home. Like, and go to a World War IV. You don't you don't want that. So this is where we really have to allow ourselves to be kind to ourselves when we can. Um, this is when it's with Mars and Virgo, with the South Node, and we have Saturn, Neptune, and Chiron and Aries, and then they disposit over there. This is a trial by fire, and we are in holy wars, right? The Middle East, it's all a holy war. It's all trying to get back to Jerusalem from the last Templars, when the Templars lost Jerusalem on the last flight, right? So try and live in your bubble. Try and live in your bubble. Yeah, you can live in your bubble. Definitely live and do what you need to do, but you'll feel the energies. That's why I say, like, we're all in the World War III energy. It's there. It's vibrating out. You'll notice it when things like your everyday shopping, right? You can live in your bubble, but then you go to the shop, you go to the market, right? And you're shopping around in the market. You pick up and you're going to buy bananas, or you're going to go buy potatoes, and you're wondering why a 10-pound bag of potatoes is what, 12 bucks, 15 bucks, whatever, right? This is how you will know, like, okay, something's up in the world. You go and fill up your tank with petrol, and it's like, instead of a dollar, what is it right now? $1.30 something, right? You're gonna see it, that way. And just in how people are. I mean, people are, this is why, when it comes to values, when it comes to people raising their standards. And this is the other thing that you're gonna notice too, is that right now, especially with Pluto, especially, I mean, with the Pisces energy that we have had, and with Neptune being in Pisces. When Neptune went into Pisces, it was really starting, like, guys had beards and mustaches, and that you're going to start seeing guys clean cut. You're going to find that more, you're going to find the way people are dressing is going to be coming differently. People are going to be more conscious on the way they dress, the way they appear, the way they are when they come out, because Aries is the first house. It is the I am. It's like, how am I coming, how am I appearing? And that's going to be a really huge one you're going to see over the next several years. How that persona, how that energy is going to start changing. Same with, the whole thing about the woke society and everything. Um, that is going to go off to the wayside, where, the pink haired, purple haired, I was gonna sing a song, but I'm not gonna do it. Um, yellow, purple, either pink. Dun, dun, dun. Anyways, you're not gonna. They're not gonna be making the waves that they're making now, and that has to do with a lot of the energies that are coming in, the age of common sense that's coming in, and you hear a lot of people talking, the age of common sense, the age of common sense. And it's just, yeah, it is. It's the age of common sense. It is the entering into a so-called golden age. But within that golden age, there is where, it's not golden age where you sit back and you eat, bonbons and grapes and, sit around and drink your wine and champagne all day. It is a time of creating newness, creating more. This is a currency of care, self-worth, and soul truth, where, the old currency of success and status, right? Oh, I have to have success, I have to be an influencer and I have to be out there and people have to see me. So that era is it's coming to an end. And it's a currency that's where you're going to see, how are you taking care of yourself? What are you doing to take care of yourself? I mean, that whole thing on TikTok w- um with the black girls all about washing themselves. And it blew up. Why? Because not a lot of girls were told how to wash, you know? So self-care, self-worth. When you're able to take care of yourself, when you're able to wash yourself properly, right? Have you noticed electronic difficulties? I have a phoneless for almost a month and trying to get my iPhone fixed. Definitely. A part of Google went down about 3 weeks ago. A huge over 80% of it went down, and they've been having glitches all over the place. Like today, when I was trying to just do some of my Canva work, some of my Canva went down. Um, Other things, my Word wasn't working. And I'm like, I paid for you. And a few other things, just so I just sort of like, fuck it, you know, put it up to the craziness of the energies. So a lot of things were not working. So yeah, yeah. And you're gonna find that more and more of things breaking down. And the other part too is with the new structure of iPhones that are coming in, iPads. I mean, I think Apple just dropped its new AI wear everywhere. And you're just going to see a lot more of the craziness because a lot of switching coming over from uh, old PCs to new PCs and stuff. You just need to back away and relax. Absolutely. Absolutely. Back away, relax. That would be wonderful. See, that's the thing is like I can back away, I can relax, I can zone out. But for me, zoning out, it's hard to zone out at times because my mind will start going. Like, um, usually, like it's going on 7 o'clock now. So I'll try not to do anything or post anything after 8 or 9 o'clock. And oh, I couldn't see that's the whole thing. This is my business. People say, "Oh, back away, don't do it." I can't. This is my business. I have to be online, right? If I'm not online, how are people going to book? This is my income. Like, this is my hustle. And if I'm not hustling, if I'm not out there, and that's the whole thing, if I'm not doing this, then I don't make money. I am not at a point where everything works. I'm slowly trying to get that right. Oh, when things mess up, definitely. That's what I did. I tried to do today. Just, yeah. But then I found a way and I posted. But, and then I'm on here now. So it's one of those things. But this new world isn't built, it's not going to be built on optics. It's not going to be built on outcomes. It's going to be built on truth. And the truth is going to be very uncomfortable, you know? Um, and with Pluto and Aquarius, it's a foreign terrain. Like there's no return ticket here, and it isn't a trend. We are in this Pluto Aquarius energy and its transformation. And it's where we're going to be discovering more about being human or what a human is, right? That's why a lot more information about aliens and stuff like that is going to be coming out over the next little while. So, yeah. Hey, Lexi. Yes, it has been quite a week. It has been. So, this is the craziness of what we're going through. I mean, it's only Wednesday. So, yeah, I can't wait. Yeah. Looking forward to being, I guess, at my daughter's for a couple days. A little, yeah, it's only hump day. I know. Tomorrow's last day of school for my grandson. So he only goes half day. So that'll be nice. And then we'll see where it leads from there and go from there, man. It's just crazy. It felt like a 10-day week. It does feel like a 10-day week, doesn't it? It is pretty I have to make sure my boobs don't fall out and that I flash you all. Oh, that might get me a couple views, wouldn't it? Yeah, it's been pretty bizarre. Like the energies have been pretty traumatic. It's just drama, 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 people. It's just totally drama, and it's yeah. Uh, July, I think, is going to be somewhat easier, like July and the first half of August. So we get about a month that things are going to be okayish, and that's because we're heading into retrograde season. I think retrograde season is really going. I love it when Neptune goes into retrograde. I really do, because to me that's sort of a time of like breath. I can breathe. Um, so it's going retrograde on the 4th of July. Saturn's going on the 12th of July, right? And and there's so many things happening this week too, right? So in um voodoo tradition and stuff, it's the goddess Fortuna's day. It is St. John's day, I think, is coming up, and there's something else. They're not shutting the borders down. People ask me questions. No. Who's shutting the borders down? Canada? No. There's nothing in the news. The states shutting what border down? If they're going to shut down any border, they'll shut down the border to Mexico. They're not going to shut down the border here. Okay, I did a googly. Okay, 10 countries closing their doors in 2025. America closed their doors to a few. Well, America's closing their doors to a few places for not allowing people in, right? And it's mainly to 10 countries. Yes, 10 countries closing their doors. No Americans are allowed here. So 10 countries are closing their borders to the United States. They're mainly Middle Eastern countries. July, and this is July 2024. Well, if they're shutting down the borders, they'll have to have a reason. July 1st. CPP released May 24th monthly update. Weekly U.S. border update, LA ICE. That was 5 days ago. LA border crossing continues to plummet. That was yesterday, 2024. Well, I highly doubt they're gonna call. I gotta know. And you got the NATO summit going on right now. I gotta know. Not on July the 1st. So I could be wrong, you know. But if when I hear shit like that, especially on TikTok, I always double, triple, quadruple check everything. They can call martial law, but they have to, I mean, to call martial law, that would be a huge thing for them to do that. I can see them doing it in the United States, but they're not going to do that as of yet. That's not in the chart. I'm going by the astrology. So that's not in the chart for that to happen as yet. It is in play. It can happen, but anything like that won't happen till the fall. There's a brother in New York, and they were chatting about it today. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Plus, you're coming to the July 4th long weekend. Yeah, they're not going to do that. So, and same with Canada. This is a long weekend coming. They're having a huge heat wave, like they've never seen before in the eastern states and stuff right now, which is pretty horrendous. They're having a heat wave in France. We're not in Calgary. We're having, well, we just had a huge rain, lots of rain. So, but with the astrology and stuff like that, I don't see it. LA's chart shows that it is going through a whole revamping and everything. So that's happening. And and the thing is with Mexico, Mexico is going to be handled in a particular way, but it's not going to yeah, eh, any real craziness, because July astrologically isn't bad. It's going to happen mid-August on through till next year, and when Saturn and um, Aries actually conjunct. So, and when Saturn and Aries actually conjunct, and that's going to be on February 20th of next year, that's where you're going to see where Saturn thinks it has the ruling. Saturn feels like it's in charge. A lot of things feel like they're blocked off and things along that line. So, but a lot of people, they're not, I think if that ever happened, I think people would just be like, oh, okay, I'll stay home. They're such fucktards, they're not going to fight back, you know. And that Charlene's from Moose Jaw. That's where Charlene is from. Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. Yes, Saskatchewan. I think that was the hardest word to, like, when you're learning the provinces. How do you spell Saskatchewan? I still don't know how to spell Saskatchewan. I just say Sask. That's it. It's like Saskatchewan. 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 Oh, but anyways, that's crazy. But yeah, I can't see that happening. So people can take a chill, just chill out. I mean, I don't even think they right now. I don't even. What did they say? Trump's not doing any of the meetings. He says anybody wants to talk to him, they can meet him at dinner. So, I was in a secondhand shop with my daughter yesterday, and these young girls are just like, oh my God, they're so stupid, so fucking stupid. Anyways, God bless them. I'm going to send them love and light. Love and light. They can't help it for being stupid. This is where they're talking about, first of all, this, oh, the energies are just so crazy. I just don't understand what's going on. I didn't say anything. I kept my mouth shut. I was a good girl. Then they're talking away and that, oh, I heard the president's going on a plane. Oh, I hope that plane explodes. I hope he just dies. I'm just like, you have no idea what would happen if the president of the United States and the plane blew up or something happened to the president right now. We, like, chaos. You want chaos? There would be chaos. There would be chaos. But anyways, because he's just so mean. I'm like, he's not. I mean, he's not the best person in the world, but I don't agree with everything he does. I don't agree with the war, but shit's happening, man. Not much we can do about it. We got, the shit is happening, things are unfolding, but it's again, as I said, it's part of the astrology. This is what's coming down the chute. And we have to come into this softness as our strength. We have to come into this guidance, right? Yeah, it's pushing us forward. It's, if you've ever worked with the goddess Kali, she's the goddess of chaos and destruction, right? And we're also at the end of the Hindu period too. So, which is a 25,000 year period, right? So we're at the end of these eras. And as we're coming into the end of it, and I think I talked about it when I was doing my predictions, as we're at this end, this is where things are again, things are just getting rewritten. Things are being um realigned. And some of it won't be some of the stuff that's being done right now, we won't see till what 20 I think 2043, where people will really get the whole shift. So not everybody's going to get the shift that's happening now, you know and this is where the shifting, till about I think it's 2043. So yeah, I'm going to be in my 70s, so it's going to be a while. I don't I don't even know where I'll be. So, but yeah, so it's just people are there are the shifts happening, there are the awakenings happening, there are these things going forward. But yeah, you know, all we can do is just trudge along. But hey, if anybody wants to, my Sacred Summer series is out. If anybody's interested, Ireland, yeah, go to Ireland. I don't know. Ireland's is having their issues right now too. If you go to Northern Ireland, all the protesting and everything that's going on, people are tired of the borders being open. They're tired of illegal immigrants coming in and not respecting, um, you know, just having respect, and coming over here and not giving a damn. But then uh, they come over and they're given a lot. You know, handouts are like, here's a bag of candy for you, and here's a bag of candy for you, and here's a bag of candy for you. And you get 10 bags of candy because, you got this nice family, so you need some more candy. So, so we're going through this. We're going through this craziness, right? In human design in 2027, we're coming to the sleeping phoenix rising. So this is where we're already seeing the preview of this. We're already seeing a lot of things, all of this destruction coming in and moving about. But it's where you want to visit. It must get better soon. Ireland has the same shit. Yeah, it's where you want to visit, what you want to do. Definitely. Um, I follow a lot of guys who do different videos on some of the places and that in Ireland, and even the seasides and that. Yeah, you know, it's all depending where you go. I mean, I would just go to Stonehenge, and then I would probably go to the Cogswell, and then go over to parts of Ireland and visit parts of Ireland, and then I'd go to France. Not so much Paris. I would love to go to rural France and stuff, and go to all the B&Bs in the chateaus and stuff. So that's what I'd do if I won the lottery. Do you know how many pubs have closed? Actually, have just closed up. There's over 1,000. Like There used to be so many pubs, but so many pubs have closed. It's just gnarly, right? And how many pubs have closed. It's disgusting. And that's because a lot of these areas of people, either they've moved out or foreigners have moved in and they don't drink. So they're not keeping up with the pubs. People aren't going. So a lot of these pubs, there's a lot of like pubs that are empty along the side of the road, or the local pub in the local village is no longer there. It's closed down. Yeah, a lot of side roads, pubs, you know. If you watch Diddley Squat Farms, I mean, he talks about that because he opened his pub, and the problems of opening the pub and open and getting it getting it going. And that's in England, right? So having a like usually there would be like two pubs to every little village or something. And some of the villages and hamlets don't even have it anymore. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. And to find, some of the old traditional pubs and stuff like that, you got to go to a bigger center and that, and to find them. So just nutters, man. So yeah. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. And it happened, because of COVID and everything else. And a lot of the places, they'd open up and then they'd have to shut down, open up, shut down. And the cost. I mean, that kills a business. You just ordered all your shit for the weekend, then you're told you can't fucking open because the government says, "Oh, you might get the flu." Like, fuck off. You can't travel because you don't have enough elixir in your blood to go traveling. Fuck off. You know, now they're finding all the shit that's gone down with that, and more evidence is coming out about the elixir. That's part of the truth that's coming out. That's part of the Epstein thing that's coming out too. Is part of the elixir and the shit that's in the elixir as well. So, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, you're crazy. That's just not true." Eh, that's why we're going to see, especially with a lot of Pluto Sages, because a lot of them went in, and that's the 95, 96 children to 2008 kids. Them that era right there, we're going to find they were a big one that just, oh, let's just get back out there, let's just, you're going to find a lot of them, cancer, rare things, not having children, sending them off to war, you know. Those are the kids that are going to be going off. Maybe not necessarily the ones in North America, but well, maybe some in North America, but a lot of kids in Europe. The alliance that Canada is just making with the EU to go to war with Russia and making all these false flags, like, fuck off. The only thing, if you're going to make a deal with the EU, and I said this before, give me the EU passport so I can travel through Europe. No problem. There we go. And Northern Ireland. There we go. Go and do that. That's what I'd love to do. So, he never gave in. Well, that's good. And he was still allowed to go to university because they wouldn't even allow my son to go on the University of Mount Royal without having it. He couldn't even register without having it. So that's good if he was able to do that. So that's a blessing. That's a blessing. He's one of the rare ones, one of the rare children. So just make sure he doesn't go out with a girl who is elixired, because that's the next thing. Whew, this laundry room is warm, man. Hang on. There we go. I had to open the door. Whew, it's warm in here. because we have two furnaces. They're not on right now, but we have the hot water tank, and then of course we have the washing machine, and then we have two dryers in here because the people living upstairs, and then we're down. So yes, the joy. So my loves, why are you hanging out in the laundry room? Lexi. Well, that's because I have my son with us right now, and there's only there's the kitchen. There's the kitchen, and then there's the living room, kind of dining room place. And the dining room is usually where I am. It's not really, it's a little nook. And then there's the bedroom and bathroom. That's it in our place. So for me to do anything like this, like right now, he's home and he's out there. And then, of course, he had to get changed. And I'm not going to. So I came in here. I think it helped that he saw me stuck in Jamaica for over a year for not having the elixir, so would not be able to fly. Yeah, yeah. Is it just one washer and two dryers? Is the washer an extra load one? That's just a washing machine. Washing machine and two dryers. That's it. It works out. I never use the other washing machine. I just use the one the one dryer. I just use the one dryer. So it's just a regular dryer, washing machine. Wash his clothes, throw it in there, turn it on. Why two dryers and only one? I don't know. That's the way it was when I came in. I have no idea. So, and yeah, I have no idea. To me in my head it kind of makes sense, because if I'm washing, because usually the washing machine will be finished before the next drying load, so you can throw the extra load into the dryer and then start another load of washing. And then by the time that load of washing is done, that first load that you put into the dryer will be done. You can take that load out of the dryer and then fold that up, put it away, and then the next load could go into that dryer. And then by that time depending how much laundry you have to do, right? So yeah, but it is what it is. So, and then we have then we have a freezer down here, which is ours, a small apartment sized freezer. So getting the 411, right? So yeah, so right now I'm banished to the laundry room. That's where I'm at. So anyways, no, that's fair, because the washer is 27 minutes if it's an older washer, and dryer is 41. I guess so. I don't know. I don't time it, but I will trust you on that, Charlene. You know, wishing you wine, Mama. Oh, God. Thank you. Yeah, please send a donation. Mama would love a glass of wine right now. Wow, that's better than sitting in the car. This is true. This is true. That was going to be my second thing, was going to go out and sit in the car. But I wasn't sure if my Wi-Fi would make it all the way out there. Buckets of wine. Oh, that would be nice. So I don't need the bucket. I just need a glass. That's all I need right now. Would somebody go get me some wine? If I probably I would send my husband. My husband, who I didn't make tea for today. My poor loving husband, who made me lunch, breakfast, and dinner. What a sweetheart. I love him to death. A tent in the backyard and a gallon of wine. Ooh, Lexi, yes. Ooh, to put a tent up in my backyard again. That would be cool. Oh my God. That's something to consider, to do that this summer, right? Yeah, they do deliver. Although I just have I have a liquor store a block away from me, like, you know, and Co-op is a couple blocks away. I didn't move by a Starbucks, I moved by a liquor store. Tells you my age, right? Tent yeah, oh, that would be cool. I don't know if I could put a tent up in the backyard. I'd have to share it with them upstairs, definitely, you know, but that would be kinda cool to have my tent. Ooh. Oh, yes, no boys allowed in the tent. No, I don't want smelly boys. Boys stink. Boys smell. I don't want smelly boys. How much is a she's asking me. I don't. Um, I I don't know, 25 bucks or something, 30 bucks, I guess. See, that's the other thing is that I usually pull up and then Steve jumps out and he just goes in and gets it. So, ooh, a Korean eating tent, double duty. Yes. Oh, could you imagine? That would be so nice. I could, yeah, I could handle that. I could handle a nice little vacation. A box of wine, $30. A screen. Ooh, get the screen. Oh, wow. No, we need a box. We need a box of wine in the fridge. It's with s'mores. Definitely, definitely. You guys are making me laugh. I love this. I love this. Yes, s'mores. Oh, haven't had a s'more in a long time. Had an Oreo cookie. That was like, whoa, man. That was. I had one. It was very, very. I can't imagine eating the double stuffed Oreo cookies. It'd be like, wow, my back teeth would be hurting me. Right? No. Oh, having this. I loved it when I in the last few houses. This is the first place we've had that we had, marshmallows with Baileys. So, Lexi. Marshmallows with Baileys. Turn your poop black. Gotta rectify that soon. Marshmallows. Oh, I posted, oh, what was his name? And he put a brandy at the bottom, and then you poured your coffee on top, and then you poured cream on top of that. And that's to end your dinner is a specialty coffee. So to end your dinner with a specialty coffee. Ooh, that would be nice. Marshmallows dipped in Baileys. That would be extremely yummy. Extremely yummy. Yes. Oh, we could do that. Vincent Price, thank you. Vincent Price. Yeah, Vincent Price used to have a cooking show. Oh, yes. We used to watch it too. That was hilarious. There was also another one, the Galloping Gourmet. I don't know if you guys ever watched the Galloping Gourmet. He was always drunk. Like he's always, "Oh, come in, we're pouring a glass of wine." He'd be drinking the wine and he'd be going around cooking and everything. Maybe that's what I should start. I should start the Galloping Gourmet, or the Mama Gourmet cooking cooking class. Come on in. It's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. It's a little smoke. No problem. Yes, we could do that. Or I could be, I'll have Steve doing the cooking and I'll just be like, "Oh." So the marshmallows are cooked on fire. Then as they are almost burnt, you dip them in Baileys. Ooh. Mm. Oh. That's delicious. That just sounds good in itself, right? Huh. I could probably only have like maybe one or two. That would be probably sort of the end of the meal kind of thing, is that the marshmallows and Baileys, right? That would be, yeah, at the end of the meal. So, but I mean, there's places in Spain, and I think there's different places in France where there's taps. Like you can go where you can uh there's a tap and you can get wine. Oh, see you guys, I'm going. um, too funny. There's taps that you can fill up with wine and stuff. And then there's another one that there's little windows and you just knock, and I think I don't know how much it costs, a couple euros, and they give you a glass of wine, right? And things like, I mean, just these little things. Yeah, bye, mama. Cook the marshmallows and take it off, out, leaving the guts on the stick. Then fill it with Baileys. Oh, you've seen, okay, so you take the outer part off and you put them in. You put the shell of shell of the marshmallow in the cup, then fill it up with Baileys. That would be good. Ooh, okay. That sounds good. Oh God, yes. In Spain they call it bodegas. Yes. Yep, yep, yep. Ooh, nice. There that's where you go for wine and stuff. Oh yeah, bodegas. Yes, they have them in the Caribbean too. The bodegas, right? And the inner guts are all creamy. Yes, it's the creamy part. Now we're going to just leave that discussion right there on the table and we're not taking it any further. But but yeah, I mean it's I just lost my old train of thought. Yeah, the different bodegas and stuff like that. Stop, just stop. Just stop. And yeah, if you take the El Camino, the trail, it's called the El Camino. You can do the full one from France all the way into Spain, or you can start in Spain. There's different parts of it, but at the end of it, you're able to stay at these different hostels like places as you're doing the El Camino, and you're given a meal and I think two glasses of wine, right? So and doing that. Love this evening. Laughs needed this. Yes, we all need laughs. We all need laughs. That's for sure. We all need to breathe. Breathe, baby. You know, it's just one of those crazy types of days and things just oh, probably won't let me. Do any of you use a VPN? VPNs are great sometimes, but sometimes they don't allow you to do certain things, or um, thank you. They You have to take the VPN to do certain things. I did the Trafalgar tour, London to Athens. Ooh, in your 20s. Wow. Mine turned off right now. Yeah. I use Proton VPN. Yeah. I use Surfshark. I've been using Surfshark for like 6 years. So, and I love it because why do I use a VPN? I use VPN so I could watch British programming. I can't watch British TV because I need to buy a license. And I can watch shows from different places. Why are you in the laundry room? Well, Cynthia, welcome to the party. You see, you know how big my place is, right? And we have a new lodger who's living with me right now. And so he's in the living room. And in order for me to do this, I am here in the laundry room. That's why I'm in the laundry room. Not that I wanted to share the laundry room with everybody and show everybody my laundry room, but it's just, catch up, Cynthia. So yeah, so we're in the laundry room. We're just chilling out, talking about the energies and how crazy the energies. Um s- Charlene sent me some money because I need wine, and it's been one of those evenings. It's just, yeah, just crazy, just crazy nutty stuff, right? And having to deal with all the nutters and the energies that are just happening right now. Only momentarily. Mama's going on a wine run. Yes, just hang on. Hey, 1 second. 1 second. I'm not going any. I'm just looking. Did you use the bathroom? Charlene sent me $30 to go get wine. Well, I'm on the call. So. Oh, I thought you'd go get it for me, but that's okay. So, sending Steve. Well, Steve said for me to go, but we'll see. I might need a prayer sent my way. We are supposed to be getting massive storms. Yeah, I saw that storms, and who else is getting storms? Ooh, Manville. Manville is under storm watch. So in around Lloyd, and that they're under storm watch for tornadoes and everything. So yeah, sending you lots of love and prayers, definitely. Yeah, I mean, we just had downpour. That's what we just had, a huge downpour. And it was nice, but the thing is, in Calgary during the summertime, what happens is we get the downpour and then the humidity goes so high. So we get really hit by humidity here, which is really weird being dry, but we are between two rivers, so it does get a little bit gnarly at times. So, you know, and we had a tornado warning about a week ago, and Owen, my youngest son's girlfriend, was really worried. And so I told Olivia, just tell her tornadoes don't hit in the city. Like, it's very rare that they'll hit down in the city. They'll be on the outskirts and in the flatter areas where there's housing or subdivisions. At least it has to help those fires. Yeah, that's hopefully. You know, I mean, and that's the other thing about the fires. That's just like such a stupid thing. And how many are man-made? Like out of 100 and some, 90 something were man-made. So as if we didn't know that already. So, pretty crazy. But anyways, but that's what's happening tonight. The craziness with the astrology. There's a lot happening. We have what is the Islamic New Year. We have the asteroid day. We have the goddess Fortuna day this week. We have the new moon today. Whew, we got so much going on. It's crazy. It's just crazy. And so it's just, yeah, take everything in stride. But until the gov starts new ones. Yeah, I know. My girlfriend and I, years ago, we used to talk about that. And was it HARP? And talk about HARP. And she was going on about HARP and stuff like that. And everybody thought she was just a weirdo. That was like 20 years ago. And she was talking about, they're controlling the weather, they're doing this and stuff like that. And everybody, oh, you're so stupid. That's wrong. Yeah. So it's just crazy people out there. So we're going to just send them all love and light and just send that love and light out into the world and allow them just to bask in their own cray cray. In their own sewage, as my mother would say. Let them bask in their own sewage. They'll be fine. They'll be right as rain. Just hose them down. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Just finished my 80th boxing class since Christmas. 80th boxing class. Wow. Cynthia, we're not going to be messing with you, bitch. Man, you're going to give people like good uppercuts. She's got it. So anyways, I'm going to love you guys, leave you. I'm going to get going. And yes, I will get a bottle of wine and have and just chill out right now, because I think I need to chill out after the medication. Not on medication now, but anyways, I'm fine. Stay in your bubble. No boys allowed. No boys allowed in the bubble. Yeah. That's right. Have a blessed one. Thank you guys for making my evening and helping me feel so much better, honestly. Just coming on here and just chatting and connecting has been really helpful for me, because it's been this cancer energy. So pray for me. My moon is gonna. My moon's gonna be squaring this shit for a while. So just take it in stride. Just take it in stride. Maybe a sale on a 3-liter box. Price out the box. I will go. You know what? I will go price out the box. I might even take you guys into the liquor store with me. So we'll talk to you guys soon. We'll talk to you later. God bless and the goddess bless you. And have a great one. Bye bye.